How I managed to score 80% from 5th standard to 12th despite studying less. How did I remember things? What were my techniques? Whatever I'm going to tell in this video is my personal experience. These things are not picked up from anywhere. So some people believe that some students are so talented that whatever they read once, they remember it. They are special, different from others, or are gifted. But this is not true. Such students do not do anything different, but they do every task differently. So in this video we will talk about the 2 main things with the help of which I remembered things, plus 1 mistake which you should not make under any circumstances. And if you follow what I'm going to tell you with practice and consistency, then you will definitely become intelligent. Look, I'm not going to tell you any tricks, but I'm going to explain things in a practical way and step by step. So do not skip the video at all, so that you do not miss any important thing. First, let's talk about a mistake that maximum people make. So if someone ever gave you a mobile number, you memorized it for a while and told it to someone, or wrote it down somewhere, then it must have taken you some time to remember what kind of memory it was. But after a day or two, did you remember whether it was that number or not? Very difficult. But still, maximum students make this mistake. I also used to do it while studying, by God way. This mistake is to fool yourself. What students do is that they first read by looking at it, then close their notebook and repeat it again and again without looking at it and keep doing this. But this is not memorizing but rote learning. By doing this, it takes time for you to remember the information, but it is not easy to remember. At that time, it gets stored in our short-term memory, which we start forgetting after some time, so you should not make this mistake at all. Now we will talk about those 2 things which you have to follow no matter what. When we open a notebook or notes and start looking at the words written in it, at that time we feel that we are reading, but the words are not fully visible to our mind. What does this mean? That means at that time only you see those words. Your eyes see them, your mind cannot see them. That information remains in our memory only for a short time, meaning you can forget it any time. It is possible that you forget it within 1 or 2 hours or within 1 or 2 days. So now what should we do so that the topic or information we have read stays in our mind for a longer time? So for this you have to go 1 step ahead. First of all, you should read any topic or paragraph carefully for some time. At that time, you should not take stress about whether you remember something or not. Read for half an hour, 1 hour, or as much as you have the capacity. Then reread what you have read. And keep writing down the difficult and important things in short. And keep making short notes. See, it takes a little extra time, but later this thing will give you a lot of benefit. I will tell you how that later. So when you read like this, the thing will start getting into your mind. Then take a break and sit down to read again, and keep reading like this. Then, in the end, whatever you have memorized by writing, or whatever short notes you have made, revise them quickly. And after this, if you do one more thing, then whatever question comes from whatever you have studied in the exam, you will be able to solve it easily. And this is just to follow some tips from the material given. You will not only enjoy it, but will also remember it for a long time. Whatever topic you studied, lesson, you will find some related MCQs or something on the internet. Internet is full of videos and such information. Now you will say that this takes time. Look, the more time you give to something, for the first time in studies, the next time you will have to give half the time, and things will start to stay in your memory for a longer period. I'm telling you this from personal experience. If you do this thing consistently, then the chapter or lesson, which used to take you an hour to read, after some time you will finish it in 10 to 15 minutes. The second thing is limited study plans. If you get excited and work out at a Dabas gym for 4 to 5 hours continuously one day, will your man find it very difficult to do even for an hour the next day? So some people say that if you want to score more marks, then study more. Study hard for 10 to 10 hours. Look, these things sound good only when heard. You have to study smart. Students also do the same. That means you study only half a chapter or lesson daily. But keep studying consistently throughout the year. Keep studying even when your exams are not near. Some students get motivated and study for 8 to 10 hours on some day, but she cannot do this for more than 2-3 days, and as soon as that is over, she stops reading. You should not do this, or you should read less and little by little but on daily. Apart from this, you can also follow other important things which you might know, like getting up early in the morning and studying, taking rest in between studying, teaching others what you have studied, connecting things and studying and using short tricks, exercising and taking good sleep. If you include these two, then you yourself don't know what all you can do in studies. And yes, after studying like this, it is important for you to have a good and healthy sleep, because sleep time is the time when your brain decides which information to store in long-term memory and which not. So don't study till late at night. I hope you liked this video and you have learned something from it. So to show your support, you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, wish you all the very best. Thank you so much for watching.